And we have an unbelievable segment now. We have Erin Elmore joins us today, and Erin is a successful attorney, Fox News contributor. She's a brand ambassador for Turning Point USA with Charlie Kirk and Candace Owens. And of course, returning Martha Bonetta is with us. She was on with Deirdre. And ladies, I want to thank you for coming down.
Thanks for having us.
On Liquid Lunch, just so you know, every Wednesday, today's Tuesday, but every Wednesday it's Woman Wednesday.
Okay.
So all the guests on the show are women. We have no men on except Frank and I to try to make our audience hear all different points of view. So
great.
It's a special treat for me to have two women on a Tuesday. So
a 2 for Tuesday.
Ooh, a 2 for Tuesday.
You're outnumbered.
This sounds like a he too situation. So ladies, what we do here is we always talk about purple people, hearing all points of view, and if you listen to, I call them morning J.O., but if you listen to the left, you hear all this noise, and sometimes now even on the right, you hear all this noise from Fox that everything gets lost in the middle, and there's actually no thought, and there's no conversation. So we try to have a conversation no matter what. Have a little bite to eat, maybe a drink. First topic, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez came out with the Green New Deal, where she wants to ban airplanes and trains and jet fuels and all sorts of stuff. And now she's talking about banning cauliflower. Erin?
Okay, first of all, do you know her Green New Deal? She also wanted you to refill your coffee with your own urine.
Ooh.
So this girl is you-know-what, cray-cray.
Yeah.
But she wants to ban cauliflower because colonialists grew it, is that right?
That's right. That's right.
Okay, first of all, that's enslaving us right there. So we're not allowed to grow cauliflower. What if we like cauliflower?
Yeah.
You're giving us your point of view. Don't push it on other people.
Yeah. What do you think about that?
Remember, this
cow butt.
That's
and
right. So forget about your hamburgers.
We're making progress here. This is real progressive.
And pea coffee.
Forget about your steaks. I mean, so she's just.
What did she do to Amazon? She cost New York over 25,000 jobs when she killed the Amazon deal. And by the way, that is the most ethnically and racially diverse population perhaps in our whole country. She beats her drum and bangs her fist about how she needs more minority jobs and more diversity. That was her opportunity. Instead, $27.5 billion in tax revenue for her state gone over the next 25 years. She killed that deal and she could kill her job. I saw a little red hat, like the Make America Great Again hat. It said, "Make AOC bartend again." I want that hat.
I like that. We should get some of those.
Let's get some of those hats.
And now she's doing her publicity stunt.
Can we get some of those shirts done?
Get the red hats. Make AOC bartend again.
Ooh,
I'm into it.
That's going on social media today. Next topic, Iran. Okay, we're talking about her being on the Foreign Affairs Committee, all this other stuff. She just came out from behind the bar, and we're saber-rattling over in Iran. Trump's been talking about bringing our troops home, about closing the borders, making our nation safe. Should we be worried about potentially going to war with Iran right now?
I think it's more powerful to hit Iran where it hurts in their wallet as opposed to sending troops there and killing young, innocent, and generally young men and women. I think that that's not the way to go here with Iran. There's nothing we need there. There is oil, but we'll have other sources for it. When they did blow up that Saudi tanker, I believe it was, that did cause problems. But Trump has even said, we don't need to be putting our hand and fist in the Middle East so much, and there's nothing to gain there.
See these guys like John Bolton and maybe just push these hawks and maybe just pushing them, do you think?
Well,
sanctions work better.
President Trump.
And what about the people that are waiting in line legally, that have waited their turn, that do want to come here? It's just patently unfair.
It is.
So if you come here and you claim this alleged asylum, which we know isn't true, now they're using small children as pawns, this is just really a horrible scheme. And they're coming here with children aren't even their own children. Fake children.
Fake families.
Could be used in sex trafficking. Honestly, this is a disgrace to the children, to the parents, and to the people bringing them over here illegally.
I saw one of the guys from Border Patrol talking about more dollars, but stay calm because we got the best guests, and right now we're about to shake it up. Erin Elmore joins us again, and joining us on the Mix It Up segment, where we mix it up, we shake it up, and then sometimes by the end of this I need a drink. Thank you for joining us, Robert. Robert is a New Jersey State Assemblyman. He's also the CEO of Plaza Travel, and I may try to shake a free trip out of him by the end of this segment. But
possibility.
First things first, shaking the news today. The big news on the left is that Donald Trump is embarrassing us, that he's tweeting about Joe Biden and his low IQ and all this other stuff, and talking about the '94 crime bill that Joe Biden passed. What do you guys think about this Trump tweet attacking Biden? Is he vulnerable on this '94 stuff?
I think he is, because during this time, this was when Bill Clinton was president, he was on the Senate Judiciary Committee in 1994, Joe Biden was. This crime bill incarcerated more African-American men than any sitting president we've had in the history of the United States. These were those 3 strikes and you're outlaws, things like that, that incarcerated non-violent drug offenders.
That's right.
So if any African-American says, I'm going to support this Democrat, they have to realize you're supporting someone that wants to incarcerate you and probably has incarcerated someone you may know. So I think he is vulnerable, especially with the Blexit movement, if you're familiar.
Yes, I do.
Black
exit
exiting,
with Candace Owens and Charlie Kirk, the whole Turning Point crew, where you're the brand ambassador.
I am. But they are helping and encouraging African Americans to say, listen, think for yourself. You might have to leave the Democratic Party here,
Rob,
and it's not a bad movement.
What do you think?
They want to take someone away and put them in jail, but then they talk about the border and how, oh, what a sin it is you're separating people at the border.
Same story.
So that's quite hypocritical, wouldn't you say?
It sure is. Hypocritical is Aaron, we need bullets, especially if you're trained.
I mean, this is a Second Amendment issue, and there's no counter-argument that seems to make sense. These anti-gun folks are acting on emotion, not intelligence, and they're making unintelligent decisions. So, I mean, this is clearly a thwarting issue to our Second Amendment.
Cops can't carry bullets.
This is their job to protect us.
You would think that they would be the one.
What is the logic of the anti-Second Amendment people?
Beats me. If you're going to restrict the public from protecting themselves and then tell the public, now we're going to restrict the people we're paying to protect you.
To our final topic, you want to talk about Serena Williams? Give it to him.
All right.
Give it to him straight.
I had to bring this one in here, and I know you guys might say, hey, why are we talking about Serena Williams?
You got a minute.
Serena Williams of the French Open. She wore this outfit. It was designed by a very famous designer. I'll leave that out of it for you guys. I'll keep it simple. It said in French, mother, champion, queen, and goddess. It was a crop top and a little skirt. And the people that run the French Open, they said, your outfit, know the place, know your audience. And some people on the left are banging their fists saying, oh my God, she is female empowerment at its best. She's encouraging women to look their best and do their best, rah, rah, women. But what I say, the counterpoint is, there are rules in place, and sometimes we do follow rules. I have a son that goes to a tennis club that wears all white. And you know what? I think he should, because that's the rules. And if I let him defy those rules, what is that teaching the youth of America? Do whatever you want?
10 seconds, Rob. Final thoughts, Serena?
I agree with you. I believe.
You're watching Liquid Lunch on Newsmax TV. At Liquid Lunch, when we get really excited and things get hot in here and I start shaking it up and mixing it up, at the end of the show, I sometimes need a drink.
Cheers.
And for Erin Elmore's first appearance, and for you, staying tuned to our third week of shows for an entire 55 minutes, here's to you.
Yep. The elites have so screwed up the country that it's an international phenomenon. It's not unique to the United States.
And so what about France? Le Pen?
Well, exactly, right. I think
this is Le Pen.
But yeah, so she won the primary, right?
Well, that's right. And I think that it's all part of the same phenomenon, is the middle class voters, irrespective of whether they're in France, Great Britain, or the United States, they just see what, no offense, John, but Wall Street and politicians have done, colluding with one another, and they see it hasn't necessarily benefited them. And now the roosters are coming home. The chickens are coming home to roost.
Look what Angela Merkel did to Germany.
Yeah, it's very...
She created a whole humanitarian...
She's next, if you ask me. Theresa May went down. If you ask me, Angela Merkel's next. Like, those people are sharpening their knives right now to get her out. Anyone that's establishment, it seems like...
It's gone.
You guys... over at Turning Point, you're a brand ambassador, and you guys are doing the Blexit.
That's right.
Which is trying to create awareness in the African American community that these are some of the best times for African Americans under Donald Trump, which the Democrats don't want to really publicize.
They want to enslave African Americans.
That's right.
And it's encouraging African Americans to think for themselves about what is best for them.
Yeah, can you maybe, when you go back to the mothership there, talk to Charlie and Candace and tell them about our purple movement here, and what we're trying to do is talk to those people that are in the middle. Like, Frankie, you're talking about, it's really these people who aren't represented by either party who are starting these movements. Like, damn, where are all these voters coming from? We didn't expect them.
This was the highest voter turnout in Europe, they said.
That's right.
Over 50% of people turned out to vote for this because everyone really cares.
Yeah.
This was the highest voter turnout in Europe, they said.
That's right.
Over 50% of people turned out to vote for this because everyone really cares.
Erin, I am curious. You
I don't care
kind
about
of
this
take
segment,
us.
but I know
I
Phil
think
does.
the
I
reason-
do it for him. He's my friend. I
But here's
love
why
him.
you should care, because it's almost a parallel to what's going on here in the United States.
All right.
That's all you
Well,
need to know.
Now
That's the
that she
summary.
wants it, now I care.
Erin, you actually have been in a pretty unique position in that you actually worked with the president long before he was the president because you were on The Apprentice.
I was
right?
on The Apprentice.
What's he
I
like?
I had the honor and the distinction of hearing. He didn't say he was going to build a wall, but he did tell me he was going to be president, and he wasn't lying.
So, what was he like on a personal level when the cameras weren't rolling?
Just like the guy you see on television.
Wow.
He was very smart, quick. He liked people that didn't dilly-dally around. He wanted your point, he wanted it fast, and he wanted it concisely. And I think that's why he kind of liked me. I shot it to him straight, I told him what I thought, and then I zipped up to my mouth.
And at some point, he said to you, Erin,
You're fired.
he did say you're fired.
An honor. When people try to make fun of me for that, I said, hey, that's an honor and a distinction.
Right.
Now you fit in with
unfortunately,
General Flynn and James Comey.
And
Right.
yeah, unfortunately, he
And Anthony
sent,
Scaramucci, our
I was
friend.
going to say he sent John Kelly to do the firing on Anthony, but he probably
Little different
couldn't
level.
bring himself to do it. We got to wrap up today's show. It's amazing. You guys don't go on. This is the People's Pulpit, where we bring on people, purple people with all the right ideas from right, left, and center. Erin's right up there with the best of them. We want you back anytime.
I'll do it.
Please do. We want